Hi, my name is Allison. I am a triple negative breast cancer survivor and uplifter. See, September of 2019, I felt a lump right here. Well, my daughter was getting married within a couple of weeks from that time, and I didn't want to go to the doctor until after the wedding. So I scheduled my mammogram for late September. Well, 2 weeks after the mammogram, I received a letter in the mail that a sonogram was needed. So I went for the sonogram. A couple of weeks later, I received another letter in the mail saying a biopsy was needed. So 2 days or 3 days within that time frame of after receiving that letter, I received an email from a gentleman inquiring about photographic needs for his autistic son. Okay, well, I spoke with the gentleman. We exchanged phone numbers. I called him up. I explained to him what I do and the whole 9 yards. I said, sir, typically I like to meet my clients so I could show them more of what I do. And, if we could do that, that'll be great. And then I asked him, I said, you know what I do. Well, what do you do? Oh, and he told me, well, I am a former radiologist and a former professor at the local college. And I said, really? Okay, well, I'm looking forward to meeting you. And I brought that letter with me the day of the meet. So I sat down, we talked about his needs, I showed him what I do. And then towards the end of the conversation, I went ahead and I pulled out the letter and I said, based on your experience of being a radiologist, would you please look at this letter? So I gave it to him, and he said, okay, so they found this in the mammogram, or did you feel a lump? I said, no, I felt the lump, and I took myself. And he goes, okay. So, we were parting our ways for that, conversation. And as I was walking out, he stopped me and he says, listen, if you don't have anybody to go with you to your biopsy, I don't mind going. I was like, really? I'm like, okay. I mean, an experienced person, why not? So I said, I'll let you know. I didn't want to let my kids know anything yet, so I thought about it and I made the appointment and I let this gentleman know the time and date. I accepted his invitation, which was very kind of him to do. Well, from that point, I did the biopsy. I got the results. I was devastated. He was the first one I called him crying. He calmed me down. He said, let's meet. We met again, same location. He had informative information, including a book. He told me how to tell my son, the whole 9 yards. He looked at me and he said, you're not in this journey alone. I don't know you and you don't know me, but I'm going to be right there with you. And you know what? He didn't lie. He stood by me all the way until the pandemic shut the country down. Then he wasn't allowed to go with me. He would pick me up. All my appointments, he attended every single appointment, sat in there, talked with the doctors, asked all the appropriate questions, and then would explain it all to me after the appointment. It was incredible. So then the pandemic came, and unfortunately, he couldn't do it anymore. Never asked for anything in return. He said, I'm not looking for anything in return. I'm simply helping you help yourself get back to health. Because of that, I refuse to not pay it forward. Now, when I went to the doctor for the first time to get the official diagnosis, I looked at her and I said, Doc, I believe what you're saying. I'm going to go through all the treatment, but God's telling me it's not cancer. He's got something else for me. I believed that. I hung on to that. And I still believe it, and I'm living it, and I'm walking it. So in April, when the country was shut down of 2020, I was on my own now for about 2 weeks into treatment without my walking angel, I call him. And I would go to my treatments and I would call my pastor, and before they started, he would pray for me, and I went in there at ease. But there was this one weekend, it was Easter weekend, that I went to my daughter's house because I was furloughed and she was furloughed, and we just, I went to her house so she could just watch over me in case anything. And I made a video with my granddaughter, my true inspiration, and I posted it up on a cancer page, and they liked it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to join a couple of other cancer pages. And I did. And they liked it. And I liked it. I felt great about it, that I'm helping somebody, because I'm always about that. I've advocated ADHD and autism for years on private pages. So this is nothing new for me. But it was, making videos was something new for me. And I find it that it's more personable. You're connecting with your audience on a more personal level. They see you instead of just reading. They hear your expression of how you're expressing. And to me, it's it's natural for me. But this little girl, you know, she has been a tremendous inspiration. I made several videos with her, and I get them involved in the videos once in a while so they can inspire other women. And I come to realize that that was my calling. That's what God had led me to do. I am an uplifter. I have now my own page, but I've been uplifting women since last April and giving them hope. You know, I get women, I try to get them out of bed. I try to have them sit down on the kitchen table and have a nice conversation with somebody, drink some coffee or whatever your, you know, beverage is. I try to let them see the good things of life, even though they're struggling through something that's very hard. And I try to be that support. And why? Because somebody was there for me. A complete stranger. Nobody in my family knew him. He just dropped from heaven right onto my, in front of me, to help me, walk me through the journey. And out of all people, a radiologist. Now he was a top radiologist in a local hospital, so he has experience. And for me to have that just drop to me in the moment, like, I didn't have those struggles that a lot of women have. And because of that, I want to pay it forward. I want to go ahead and be support to a stranger. Now in my page, I created my page. It's called Borrowing Strength. And why is it called that? Well, first of all, one of the Pink sisters chose a name similar, which is Borrowed. And I thought about it. And as soon as I read that, I loved it, but I thought about it. And I said, you know what? Borrowing strength. You are borrowing strength from my page and my sisters who are on there. And together, we're going to go ahead and empower each other and raise each other and lift each other and give each other confidence and just be that positive support to each other. But we also want to see your life. We want to know who you are. We want to know about you. We want to know that, you know, how many kids you have. What do you like to do in your free time? We want you to go to this page and be family. And that's my vision of my page. And then you're borrowing that support. And then once you're able to do it on your own, that borrowed strength, you now pass to the next. And that's the way I visualize it. And all cancer patients come together. I don't want to see cancer patients who don't have that support. Maybe they won't have as big of a support team as I have, because my family came together. Instead of people separating, everybody just came together like you wouldn't believe. And I have a large family. And to know that I had and still have that is it's amazing compared to some of the things that I read on Facebook. And I don't want that, you know. So my ladies know, if I'm a message away, I don't ignore messages. I answer them, and you know, I fight for them. What I do for all of us, because nobody knows what it's like to have cancer except the cancer patient. You could understand, you could visualize, but you really don't truly know what it's like. But we do. And with that, we can empower and build each other as a community and as a village. And what I do is I make videos. I sit there and I talk whatever God's going to give me to say that day. I don't have any scripts. I don't rarely think about what I'm going to talk about. I just get this inspiration to sit down and make a video, and I make the videos. And throughout the day, I throw out affirmations. I tell women You know, you have to, you gotta post affirmations everywhere, and your bathroom, and on your refrigerator, and your steering wheel, on your front door, everywhere, on your phone, everywhere you could look at your eye level. Put something there saying you're gonna beat this. I'm gonna be cancer free. I am cancer free. You know, just go ahead and fill your brain with positive thoughts, and that's what's gonna carry you through this journey. Your positive mentality. And with that being said, if there's people out there who need a talking to, I'm always available. Of course, I work full time, so I can't be doing, you know, the work hours, but I'm always available. I return calls. I talk through the heart. I'm good with listening, you know, and I feel that God is working through me. He's using me to get to people who need it. And there's lots of people just like me out there who are doing the same thing. And those are an inspiration to me as well, because hey, look, I mean, their journey may not be as mine. They have this positive outlook on life like I do and all that good stuff. But everybody's journey is different, but we're all still walking the same path. And to uplift each other is really important. And to end this video, I do offer a 15-minute photo session for any child or woman who are flaunting the baldness. It's you don't have to pay anything. You get a photo free of yourself. And it's something that is powerful. You know, people were like, well, why would I want to take a photo of me with my ugly baldness? No, contrary. It's beautiful. Okay, and not only it's beautiful, it's a reminder. When you look at that picture, when these cancer patients look at that picture, they could identify where they were then and who they are now, and how strong they have become since that moment. And it's proof of the strength that they now carry. And it's powerful. I have them all over. I have them in my job. I have them on my wall, in my home. I have them. My granddaughter insisted that we put one in her home. So it's everywhere. It's a reminder to all of us in the family. My mother-in-law, I made a big family picture, and you know, we're all in it. And listen, it's memories. It's proof that you don't know how strong you are until you need to be. So thank you for watching my video. I am always available. You know, on Facebook, you could find me at, my name is Allison Kairuz, but also Facebook, triple negative breast cancer borrowing strength is the page. I also have a YouTube page, but you know, that we'll get into later. And that's what I have to offer. Thank you. God bless you. God bless me. God bless all the cancer patients, all the doctors, all the nurses, all the ones who are surrounded by our cancer patients. May God bless them all and give them strength to continue supporting their family members, friends, and patients. Thank you.